Primetime Local News, serving the Lakeland and Midwest regions.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime Local News. There are 10 new cases of COVID-19 in Saskatchewan. 8 of those are in Saskatoon and 2 in the Central East. 101 cases are considered active, with only 2 of those in the area. That includes Lloydminster and North Battleford. 4 people are in hospital, 12 more have recovered. City Council has passed a new bylaw changing the site of the Martin Brown School to a residential and parks designation, which allows the city to move ahead with the Martin Brown redevelopment plan. The future of the area is still in the planning stages, but some residents are concerned about proposed residential buildings where the school once stood. Eric Bay reports.
Residential housing is part of the city's current plan for the Martin Brown area, but residents are concerned the buildings would remove green spaces from the city. While those who live in the neighborhood appreciate that building would be limited to this spot here where the school once stood, no firm plan has been made yet on the kind of buildings that would be built, a point that was brought up in a public hearing at City Council Monday.
One of the challenges is we don't know what that change could look like, and there may be very little change, no change, or substantial change. And I think what the plan and what we heard today from administration, the concern from a local resident, we heard from another resident of the city, I'm not sure if he lives there or not, he liked the plan. So we've seen that both sides of the discussion.
While the future of the housing is still unclear, there is a policy in place that any future buildings would have to fit with the neighborhood.
It's low density residential housing that's currently in that area. I wouldn't see it changing much, and I think that was the message that was back to those residents that were concerned about that. Could they see 2 4,000 square foot homes being built? I would say extremely unlikely to nil.
The mayor added it was important to pass this bylaw to give council the flexibility to change the Martin Brown area because it allows the city to move forward.
We have a basic plan, and without a basic plan you don't go anywhere, and I think that's where we start. There's a basic plan, some ideas, because it always takes money, as we know, and I think that will determine as we move forward what steps go forward.
Public engagement will be held before any changes are made to the plan. Eric Bay, Primetime Local News.
The COVID-19 pandemic forced the Lloydminster Agriculture Exhibition Association to cancel summer events and left the association in a difficult financial position. As Jace Mackey reports, the Lloydminster and District Co-op is stepping in to lend a hand.
The COVID-19 pandemic hit many local businesses hard. The Lloydminster Agricultural Exhibition has seen a 90% decrease in special event bookings since March. With fixed monthly costs of around $100,000, General Manager Janelle Saskew says the association is in a difficult spot.
Right now, we're dipping into our reserves. That's the reality of it. We are able to host small events. That is generating a little bit of revenue. We do have great support here at our concession, so that's bringing in a little bit of revenue. But I'll admit, things are really tough right now.
When Lloyd Co-op CEO Leanne Haas learned of the Lloyd exhibition's financial situation, she wanted to find a way to help.
After reading about the financial situation of the Lloydminster X in regards to the COVID-19 implications, we knew we had an opportunity to help. I mean, certainly they're an ag society. We sell ag retail products, and producers are looking for a way to give back, and so we provide that avenue for them.
The Lloyd X and Lloyd Co-op have partnered through the Rooted in Our Community promotion. For every bag of canola seed booked at any Lloyd Co-op Agro Center, $5 will be donated to the Lloyd X.
I mean, I think the urgency to help them is now. It's canola season right now. What we would like to do is get some cash back in the hands of the Lloydminster X, certainly to secure their future. And we knew that we could do that with this promotion by the end of October.
The Lloyd X is thrilled to see this support coming from a local business during this difficult time.
We're all about partnerships, and that's what the farming and agriculture community is all about. It's neighbor helping neighbor, and I mean, this is just a perfect example of it. So, you just smile, and I wish I could give everybody a big hug, but I can't at this point.
The promotion will run until October 30th. The Lloyd X is hoping to receive about $30,000 from seed sales. Jace Mackey, Primetime Local News.
Thanks, Jasmine. Taking a first look here now at your evening weather. Currently 9 degrees here in the border city. We saw a little bit of a sprinkle earlier today, but nothing too crazy. It was also a very cloudy day in the area. Now, if we take a look at other areas, 10 degrees today in Marwayne, St. Paul, Bonnyville, Cold Lake, and in Lac La Biche, 11 in Vegreville, Edmonton, and in Provost. Everywhere hovering right around that 10-degree mark. As we look now on the Saskatchewan side, 11 degrees in Macklin as well as in North Battleford, 10 degrees in Maidstone as well as Meadow Lake, and then 9 in St. Walburg, 11 in Pierceland, Green Lake, and up in Isla Cross. Looking here now, Lac La Biche could be seeing a little more sprinkle like we saw last night for that area. If we look now at the school day forecast, it's going to start off cold. 2 degrees first thing in the morning, warming up from 0 overnight. It should warm up to 10 degrees by the time school is out, though, slowly going throughout the day. If we look now, North Battleford, -2 overnight. There is a good chance we could see some frost overnight before 13 degrees tomorrow. Cold Lake, very similar story. -2 overnight before 12 degrees tomorrow. Again, chance we could see that frost overnight. Now, tomorrow here in the border city, 13 degrees is the expected high with a -1 for the low before 17 on Thursday and 22 on Friday. Friday, it should start to warm up for a nicer weekend, but that will not last too long. That's all we have for weather for now. We'll be back after the break with more news and sports.
Welcome back. Saskatchewan in Motion has launched a project aiming to help kids and families to get outside and start rocking. It's called Outside Rocks, and our Shelby Clark spoke with them to find out more.
Joining me today is Kim Herperger with Saskatchewan in Motion. How are you today?
I'm great, thanks.
Can you explain what Outside Rocks program is all about?
You bet. We've been noticing through COVID that it's been more difficult for people to spend time outside. A lot of us are getting more than our fair share of screen time, and so we wanted to do something that would help get kids and families outside, being active and away from screens. So Outside Rocks basically does that by having people paint, hide, and then of course go out walking to find the rocks. And by doing that, they're getting around their community, their neighborhood, they're spending time outside, which is great for us anytime.
And why do you believe this program would be important for the community?
Well, I think that parents are really looking for ideas right now. They've, been at home with the kids, trying to juggle work and school for a long time. There are fewer activities available outside of the home. So this is just one more option to give parents a way to get the kids outside and make the walk a little bit more fun.
And can you kind of explain more on the process when someone actually finds a rock, like the contest?
Sure. So we're kicking Outside Rocks off with a contest, and we have hidden 30 of these rocks around the province. And when somebody finds one, if they turn it over on the back, it sends them to a Facebook group that we've set up called Outside Rocks. And there they can post the rock that they've found and where they found it, and they're all numbered so that we know which ones have been found. And the first person to find and post each rock gets entered into a draw for one of 12 prize packs that we're offering.
And do you think this program will help out families during COVID-19, especially people who are in quarantine?
Yes, I mean, walking is one of the things that we can do right now very easily. It's always been one of the easiest ways to add physical activity into your day. And so now this gives you a reason to go out walking. We call it rocking, which is walking and to hide or look for rocks. So yeah, we think it's perfect for COVID because we are encouraged to be outside. The provincial medical health officers have been encouraging people to go for daily walks. We're seeing more of that. And so this just gives you another reason to do it.
And this program started on September 12th, am I right?
That's right. The contest runs from September 12th to October 12th. So people have that long to find and post the rocks. But Outside Rocks itself, we hope will carry on long into the future. We have about 30 schools and community groups across the province who are painting and hiding rocks to be part of the program. So aside from these orange rocks, people will be able to start going outside in the coming weeks and finding other rocks that they can post on our Outside Rocks group.
So far residents and people have been showing lots of support so far for this program, it seems like.
Yes. Yeah, we had great response we offered a starter kit to the first 30 classrooms or community groups that registered. And I believe we've gotten rid of all of our kits and they're very excited to have something to do in the classroom. Teachers tell us that it's a great activity because the painting itself is a bit of a stress reliever during these times because we're all under a little bit of stress. And then of course, going out and hiding or finding the rocks gets the kids outside, which is another thing that they're really looking to do right now.
And I also wanted to ask if you could also give a better understanding of what the aim is for Saskatchewan in Motion entirely.
Yeah, Saskatchewan in Motion is a province-wide movement of families, educators, other organizations that care about getting kids moving. And our ultimate goal is to get more kids more active more often. And we believe outside play and just spending time outside is one of the easiest ways to do that.
Is there anything else you'd like to add for residents to know about concerning Outside Rocks program?
I would say head out, start looking for rocks. If you don't find any immediately, give it some time. There are 2 schools in Lloydminster that are decorating and hiding rocks. So within the next few weeks, you should start to see some of those popping up.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Kim, and best of luck to this program in the future.
Thank you.
Bobcats have made a handful of announcements as of late. Head coach and general manager Nigel Dubé joins me in breaking them all down. Well, September 15th has come quickly as that is the start date for the Lloydminster Bobcats training camp. Joining me today to talk about this is Lloydminster Bobcats head coach and general manager Nigel Dubé. Nigel, thank you for joining me as always.
Thanks for having me on.
Now, Nigel, like I said, September 15th has come quick, the start of your guys' training camp. Has it come quick for you? I know it's a couple weeks later than maybe originally expected, but it still seems like it's flown by.
It's honestly, it's felt like forever for me. Dealing with all the other stuff that's been going on and how we've been kind of managing that and getting through it and trying to sort things out. There's a lot of excitement in our office. I think our guys just getting back to town too are excited. So, for me, it's exciting to be doing the hockey side of it again. It's been all business, sorting that out for the most part. But now to get back on the ice and see our guys again where they've come to from last year and the new guys coming in, I think it's an exciting time for us.
Now, obviously, with COVID-19, there are different rules in place. What differences could we be seeing in your guys' training camp from what was originally planned?
Well, from the start here, there's going to be no spectators in the rink. just part of the government side of things. And then, for us, we won't have, sometimes in camp you have between 32 and 36 players to start, and we'll just be hovering around that 25 mark for the most part for our guys. So, it's a little bit different than the other years, and to call it a training camp when really we're just going to jump into it. It's still going to be competitive with more bodies and roster spots and all that kind of thing. But, it's a little more unique, and we'll make the most out of it. Even the shortened time at the rink and stuff for our guys, those are all things that we'll deal with. And, we're hopeful to have something coming later this week where, that maybe there's a game or something, an inter-squad game that we can have for people to watch.
Now, Nigel, training camp is not the only thing you guys have going on right now as well. You have the 50-50 draw, up over $2,000 currently. How big is this for your team, especially, in a season where there's not regular games going on, that income stream isn't coming? How big is that for you guys?
Well, it's huge, and we rely so much on our corporate sponsors and partners that make everything work, and our raffles. That's our other one. Being a community-owned team, you rely on those things, and it's also a way for us to sell tickets, and you can buy online. We all wish that it was the Edmonton Oilers up over 10 million, but it's over a couple thousand. There's been some other teams hit that 5,000, 10,000 mark. So, a chance to win some money too, just like playing a lottery ticket. But in this situation, you're helping out a junior hockey team and our operations every day.
Now, one final thing you guys as well have going on. You've teased it a little bit on your social media. A big announcement today coming. Why don't you just tell the people what it is?
We have new jerseys, so it's pretty exciting. I think it's been about 4 years since the new jerseys have been in Lloydminster. Completely different look. A lot of time, a lot of effort went into them. That went back all the way till Christmas time last year when those were ordered and stuff like that. So it's been kind of that hidden secret, I guess, for a lot of months. And we're excited. I think it's a fresh look for us. It's fresh. We've talked a lot, Evan, about where we've taken this organization in a short time and where we continue to move to. And I think this just adds to it. So we're excited to show them off. Finally, they've been in the office here and locking them up every night, trying to make sure nobody sees them. But we're excited to show those off.
Now, final note here, Nigel. 1 year ago this past weekend was your guys' home opener. You guys played Sherwood Park in back-to-back games there. I guess my question for you is just how excited are you to get back to that, get back on the ice and in those competitive games?
Well, it's so fun here because, talk about our staff now and meeting with our assistant coaches. And, Brady and I were in the office this morning and just going over the week and going over practices and stuff like that. And a year ago, I was still getting to know Brady and what made Brady tick as a coach and the whole way through, just the, familiarization with each other and the camaraderie. As a staff now and having 14 guys back that know where the gym is and don't have to use the GPS for the first week, there's a lot of exciting things. We're excited to get our guys here and show them off to Lloydminster, the new ones. And, we're going to make the most out of every day and cherish the moments that we have here and just enjoy it. I think if anything in the last 6 months has showed, that we should probably look at a little bit things a lot bigger and just take them in and enjoy it. So it all starts.
Well, Nigel, it's always a pleasure getting to chat with you. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Love it.
Well, taking another look now at your evening temperatures here. Currently 9 degrees in Lloydminster, 11 up in Cold Lake as well as in Red Deer, 9 also in Rocky Mountain House and Edson, 12 in Edmonton, 10 in Athabasca, 8 in Whitecourt, and 13 out west in Jasper. If we look now at the Saskatchewan side here, 11 in Saskatoon, North Battleford, and in Prince Albert, 9 in Melfort, and 10 over in Meadow Lake. Looking at the northern portions of each province now, 11 in Grand Prairie, Slave Lake, and in Peace River, 8 in Fort McMurray, and 10 over in High Level. Looking now, only 1 degree up in Uranium City, the coldest for Saskatchewan, 12 in Flin Flon as well as La Ronge, 9 in Buffalo Narrows as well as in La Loche. Looking now at the southern portions of the provinces, 16 degrees in Lethbridge, 18 in Medicine Hat, 11 in Coronation, 12 in Banff, and 10 wrapping it up in Calgary, 17 degrees over in Estevan, as well as in Moose Jaw, 15 in Regina, Yorkton, and Swift Current, and 12 over in Kindersley. Looking now at your national temperatures here, 21 degrees in Vancouver. They're still dealing with a lot of that smoke. It was another hazy day as well. Hazy in Calgary, 14 degrees up in Whitehorse, 3 degrees in Yellowknife. Moving more central now, 15 degrees in Winnipeg, 18 in Toronto, 11 in Quebec City, 10 out east in St. John's, and 12 over in Halifax. Looking at some of your overnight temperatures now, we are starting to see some of those minuses. -4 in Meadow Lake, -2 in Isle Cross, -2 as well in Pierceland and Unity, and -3 in Paradise Hill. Overnight in Lloydminster, it should be -1. There is a frost warning for the area. Looking now at tomorrow's temperatures, hovering just above that 10-degree mark, so we are warming up a little bit. 13 degrees in Lloydminster, Maidstone, North Battleford, Meadow Lake, and Pierceland, as well on the Alberta side, 13 in Marwayne, St. Paul, and Lac La Biche, 18 degrees in Edmonton tomorrow. If we take a look now at your 7-day forecast, -1 is the low for tomorrow night. Thankfully, we hopefully will not be seeing any more of that rain, any more sprinkles like we saw today. 22 degrees on Friday, warming things up a little bit for the weekend, but it won't stay too warm for too long. Sunday, it will be 18 degrees, but raining. It will feel a little colder before 19 on Monday and 16 on Tuesday to start off your week. That's all we have for weather for now. We'll be back with more news after the break.
Hello, welcome back everyone. We're joined with Zoe Gray for this week's edition of Pet Project. Zoe, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So who do we got here? Who's this cute little white kitten?
This here is Casper. He was brought in as a stray in the city of Lloyd. He's about 10 weeks old. He'll be ready for his neuter by the end of this week, and he'll be ready to find his forever home.
Beautiful. So how is he with other animals, you know, as far as cats and dogs go? Is he fairly sociable with the other animals, or is he kind of more of a loner?
Yeah, he's definitely a social kitten. He does enjoy going through the bars with other cats. Of course, meeting dogs, he's a little nervous, but it doesn't take long to warm up.
Beautiful. And how about with people? Is he a fairly, you know, does he try and get lots of attention? I know I have a cat at home who follows me around everywhere I go. How is he with people?
Yes, he's very social with people as well. He's in his rambunctious kitten stages, so he likes to explore and have fun right now. But once he's calmed down and he's tired, he's a good social buddy.
Beautiful. And so I was speaking with Becca last week, Zoe, and we were discussing how you guys were looking for artists to paint your sea can. You were looking to do a bit of a mural. So how are things going with that? Have you guys got lots of responses? Are you still looking for people? How's that shaping up?
For sure, we're still looking for artists. We definitely have some space that can be painted up. Right now we're just waiting for our sea can to dry because we put a base coat on, but we have all of the colors ready for whenever anybody wants to start painting.
Beautiful. So if there are any artists out there watching, any creative types, if you would like to, you know, contribute to the SPCA with, you know, a gift of your artwork, this would be a great opportunity. Certainly give them a call or an email. So how are your pet numbers doing right now, Zoe, as far as, say, like, how are the cats? Do you guys have lots of cats still? I know Becca was saying you guys were getting kind of full.
For sure. So our total right now is 97 cats in care. Right now we have 9 dogs. We're not doing too bad for dogs. Yeah, so definitely skyrocketed here.
Beautiful. Well, so there's a few choices there if you'd like to, if you're looking for a dog, and lots of choices if you are looking for a cat. Now, I always like to ask, are there any, different animals? Oftentimes people, give up guinea pigs, bunny rabbits, things like that to the SPCA. Do you guys have any special interest animals right now, we'll call them?
For sure, we do have 3 bunnies right now. They are all spayed and ready to go for their forever home. Yeah, they're all females and they're all siblings. If you're wanting to get a bonded pair, they definitely would do great.
Beautiful. So if you're looking for a rabbit, certainly stop on by. And one thing I always like to ask Zoe is, are you guys in need of any item donations right now? For example, you guys have lots of cats. Are you guys in need of some cat food or kitten food, anything of that nature?
For sure. So out of those 97 cats, actually 71 of them are kittens. So we're always looking for kitten dry food, and kitten wet food is our big one.
Perfect. So if anybody out there, is looking for a good deed to do this week, you could certainly pick up some kitten food or some cat food and drop it off to the SPCA. Zoe, one last question, topical for the time. Things are getting colder out there now. Is there any advice that you have for people, as the weather gets chilly with their pets? Is this about the time where we should be bringing dogs in, or, are they still good outside for a little while?
Of course, it depends on what kind of dog you have or what kind of fur coat they do have. But of course, once it's in the zeros, we definitely recommend bringing your dog inside, especially overnight. Some of the longer hair breeds will do okay during the day, but you definitely want to watch out for any signs that your dog is cold. So, shivering, shaking.
Beautiful. All right, so everybody at home, make sure to keep an eye on your outdoor pets this time of year. Make sure that they aren't getting too cold out there, and make sure that they do have shelter available. Well, thank you once again for joining us, Zoe, and we will catch you all again next week.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Manage your waste and recyclables with Quick Pick Waste Disposal. 100% locally owned and proud to serve and support the communities we call home. Quick Pick, the convenient solution to avoid pollution.
Furniture set and design supplied by Furniture Gallery and Furniture House, downtown Lloydminster.
I'm joined here with Chantal McAlpine, and she is the president of the Connect Club of Lloydminster. Now, the Connect Club is hosting a virtual wing competition as a fundraiser. Can you explain how this is going to work?
It is our initiative to help the community's greatest needs. That being said, one of those needs that we have seen coming across more and more, especially with the restrictions that are in place due to COVID, is those affecting our youth. And we decided to partner with Big Brothers Big Sisters Lloydminster, as well as the Lloydminster Community Youth Center, and raise some funds in a different and virtual COVID restriction-friendly way to help those youth that definitely need that. So the idea behind the fundraiser is that anyone can partake. You can register online at any of the Facebook pages, and with your registration of $25, you also will receive a coupon or a ticket to go to the Proper, who has graciously sponsored our fundraiser. And you can pick up your wings anytime between October 5th and October 9th. You can then participate in the competition itself, which is to eat as many of those wings you get with your ticket in a 60-second time period. You can do that in the comfort of your own home, or you are more than welcome to do so in the restaurant itself, which creates definitely a different dynamic there, but something fun, something exciting. And at the end, there's a winner. But really, we are all winners when we can help out the community.
And where did the idea for the wing competition come from?
I think that was my brain baby. We were sitting, a group of us together with the Lloydminster Connects, and trying to think of something that is different, something that's exciting, and that everyone can partake in. I mean, if you don't like wings, well, I mean, who are we kidding? Everyone likes wings. So it definitely can be affordable and enjoyable. And it's just something different that no one's done before. And plus with those COVID restrictions, food is always available. We can always access that. We don't have to go somewhere special and be all together in one group to go get our food, which is the added bonus for this fundraiser.
And you mentioned that these fundraiser will be going towards Big Brother, Big Sister, and the Community Youth Center. So what do you think that, or what are they going to be using these funds for?
I really think when you look at who's been hit economically with everything that's been going on recently, we always look at those the companies, right, that don't necessarily have the funds to continue what they're doing with their employees and other things like that. But it's the non-for-profits that have been hit the most. And a lot of these organizations are barely afloat to keep their doors open. I'm not saying that the two organizations that we chose are in that position, but a lot of this funding will go towards other projects, will go towards the needs of their clients. Do I know exactly what they're going to spend the money on? No, but knowing the people that are behind the scenes, we know that it's going to be something absolutely great for our communities.
For past fundraisers that the Connect Club has hosted, how has the community support been so far?
We are very fortunate to be able to have that Kin Canada name behind us, especially when you start looking at our clubs in District 3, which is Saskatchewan. We have that big Telemiracle fundraiser. We have a great standing with the communities in Saskatchewan, which is absolutely amazing. I know that we've definitely, along with everyone else, have taken a hit now with COVID and not being able to get out there. And being a service organization, I mean, that's what we like to do. We want to get out there and we want to help. And the community is great in supporting, whether that be a simple social media presence, financially helping out with our fundraisers, or just showing up. We have tons of people in this community that will show up and give a helping hand, which is absolutely amazing.
I know you mentioned this at the beginning, but where can people register and get more information?
Definitely. So if you want more information, you can send me an email direct at lloydkinetz@outlook.com. You can also go ahead and hop on to the Lloydminster Kinetz Facebook page, Big Brothers, Big Sisters, Lloydminster Facebook page, the Lloydminster Community Youth Center's Facebook page, as well as the Facebook page of the proper Lloydminster as well. It also has more information on the Lloydminster Kinetz website. And at any point in time, you can contact me through the email to ask those questions. The registration link is also on all of those pages I mentioned. It is a simple document that you fill out. You can pay for registration via e-transfer or through PayPal. We also have a cash option, so you can meet up with someone in exchange for a ticket. However, being the way things are, we're trying to limit that to those that need it. There is also the option on the registration link that if you don't want to partake and you just really think that this is going to a great cause and you want to help out, you can check that box off as well and send in your donation anyway.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Chantel, and best of luck.
Well, thank you. I hope to see your Facebook Live video there coming up October 5th and 9th.
Thank you.
Taking a final look here now at your evening weather. 13 degrees tomorrow with a low of -1. The week should be getting nicer going into the weekend. Unfortunately, Sunday it will be 18 with a 70% chance of some rain. Then it will start to cool down once again after that.
Thanks for joining us on Primetime Local News. Have a great night.